Greetings, all you dirtbags and problematic page turners. Do you or someone you know yearn to be a survivor in the zombie apocalypse? Do you spend serious time and money preparing for such an inevitability? Do you dream of pulping zombie brains in a lawless world? If you do, then boy do I have a book for you. Today we're talking about Naked Rage Zombies and Under a Graveyard Sky, written by Ringo and published by Baen Books. Before we go too far, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss a single video. Now let's take to the seas and reclaim humanity one zombie-infested vessel at a time. A man-made flu pandemic rapidly turns most of humanity into violent, cannibalistic zombies, collapsing civilization in weeks. Ex-Australian paratrooper Stephen Smith, his wife, and their two teenage daughters, Sophia and Faith, escape to the Atlantic on a small yacht. What starts as a desperate bid to ride out the apocalypse at sea turns into a new life. Scavenging abandoned ships, rescuing survivors, and systematically clearing zombie-infested vessels with guns and cold efficiency. The Smith family gradually becomes one of the most effective zombie hunting crews on the ocean, helping seed a new floating civilization while waiting for a chance to take back the land. It's a fast-paced zombie survival story with heavy nautical and tactical military flavor. Under a Graveyard Sky by Ringo perfectly rides the line between being a serious zombie nightmare and being a campy romp through the apocalypse. Ringo's knowledge of weapons and tactics is evident in his description of firearms and their employment. And the zombies and their virus are extremely gruesome and dangerous, causing the world to quickly crumble under the infected onslaught. But Ringo balances the heaviness of Armageddon by mixing in his humor in a way that fits perfectly with the narrative without taking away from the terror of the hordes of infected. For example, when a person goes all zombie, they strip naked. We're going streaking! Which is funny, but there's actually a strong narrative reason for this. The zombies aren't dead, they're infected. The virus responsible was designed, manufactured, and secretly distributed around the world for maximum exposure. It's clear the creator's goal was to cause as much chaos and destruction as possible, and whoever made it didn't want their zombies dying of infection or fecal impactions because their pants got filled with doo-doo.
I got the poo on me!
So naturally, one of the side effects of the virus makes the victims feel like their skin is crawling, causing them to strip naked before they turn. Funny, yet practical. Ringo even manages to use the trope of characters in a zombie apocalypse doing really stupid things for the sake of plot, but in a way that didn't make me throw the book across the room. Don't get me wrong, I was tempted to chuck it when Steve consented to his daughter's request to go to a concert in New York City outside at night in the middle of a zombie apocalypse. How could that possibly not be a case of characters being really stupid to allow for contrived tension?
I got a bad feeling about this.
Actually, there's a few ways how. First, Steve acknowledges that it's a stupid idea right out of the gate, but he's a dad who can't resist his daughter's sad eyes. Plus, it's literally the last concert on Earth, so there's that. Then, Ringo peppers in nihilist concert goers who are there because they want to be bitten, to no longer be afraid, to be the noble savage man.
Okay.
Plus, they throw the concert for the zombies, which is absurd yet sadly believable. Sounds like the Saturday market in Portland. As expected, zombies show up and turn the whole thing into a shit show that the Smiths barely escape. The fiasco becomes a running joke throughout the story. Steve always brings it up with an "I told you so" whenever anyone is thinking of going against his advice or doing something reckless. Plus, it was just a great zombie fight scene and escape from New York. Now we're all very familiar with the zombie story's usual trope that follows characters caught with their pants down as the undead or infected pour across the land, ripping everyone to shreds. Not this one. The Smiths are well-informed preppers. The story told from this POV is a nice change of pace from the unsuspecting character coming to grips with the new reality they find themselves struggling to survive in. But this doesn't take away from the tension though. Oh no. Just because they were prepared doesn't mean they don't face hurdles, As they say, plans rarely survive contact with the enemy. Faith gets infected and nearly dies, danger from zombies, other survivors, and the weather is ever present, and the sheer scope of their mission to seek survivors hiding aboard wayward ships in the Atlantic is staggering. But I think the competent, with the program pragmatism of the Smith family allows for more comedic moments as they seem more in their element than, say, a cashier trying to find a way out of an overrun grocery store does. The Smiths are still in danger, but it's an accepted risk weighed against preparedness and tactical skill, rather than just sheer fight or flight instinct. It's like work, albeit dangerous work, but it allows for office banter to lighten the mood. Then there's Faith, who is living her best life in the zombie apocalypse, by the way. This 13-year-old girl is happy as a puppy with two Peters, wading through throngs of undead as she drops body after body. She's literally always on, and it's hilariously badass. Even the setting blends the grimness of an undead sea with ironic or satirical humor. The not Mark Zuckerberg super yacht is a great example of this, as are the efforts to repopulate humanity and the mantra, what happens in the compartment stays in the compartment, which of course leads to drama by the end of the book. Let's just say people get a little frisky with too much time on their hands. Overall, the characters are great, the action is awesome, the humor hits, and the zombie goodness is dark and disgusting. It left me dying to pick up the next entry in the Black Tide Rising series. If you like zombie stories with a comedic bent to them, I highly recommend you pick this book up. That's all I got for this video. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the review or the book if you've read it. Please remember to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay problematic.